On your way to the next world, a whale swallows your ship. Hey, that's actually pretty interesting. The whale doesn't even show up on your galaxy map. This is a complete surprise. The bad part is that this is the worst designed level in the game. I had to draw a fucking flowchart to figure this out. Check how long it takes to navigate this level. Guys, I played Ocarina of Time. I know what the inside of a whale is supposed to look like, and believe me, it doesn't look like this. So after 35 minutes of running around the maze, you'll run into Riku. He's going through kind of an emo phase right now and thinks that killing Pinocchio will be the key to reviving Kairi. Guys, there are better ways to characterize a villain besides saying that he's willing to kill a child. And how did Riku get into Monstero's belly anyway? Actually, how has Riku been able to travel around, period? He doesn't have a gummy ship? That cheating motherfucker! Atlantica is interesting. I like the underwater controls, but everything else about this world just feels really out of place in the Kingdom Hearts universe. Just listen to this music. Listening to that, I don't feel like I'm in any danger from the Heartless. I feel like Sora is about to break into song.
Under the sea.
Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
No. Alright, I guess I haven't talked about plot holes in a while. King Triton seems to know both about the Keyblade and that other worlds exist before Sora even lands on Atlantica. I thought Disney people are supposed to be ignorant and we're not supposed to be talking about this.
There is no room in my ocean for you or your key.
Halloween Town is the most surprising world to show up in the game. All the levels so far have been based pretty much on first-party animated Disney films, but this is a Tim Burton movie. That's pretty cool. Again, there's not much going on here besides the plot of A Nightmare Before Christmas, and much like Atlantica, all you're doing is exterminating another member of the evil Illuminati. I guess they talk about hearts and what it means to have a heart, and if it's possible to have an artificial heart or whatever, I don't care. What's next? Captain Hook's space pirate ship. That just might explain how all these villains have been able to travel around all this time. Yeah, glad to know that 11 hours into this game. So this is where the real plot starts to kick in again. For once, it's the story of Kingdom Hearts in a Peter Pan setting, instead of the contained Disney story within a Kingdom Hearts world. And despite this being called Neverland, the level takes place almost entirely on the ship. That's pretty cool. The gummy ship gets jacked and Sora ends up on the deck of the pirate ship alone, where he shows his character development.
Good to see you again.
Well, where are Donald and Goofy?
He does love them. I knew it. He told Tarzan that he didn't, but he lied. He loves them. Basically, every important plot detail that didn't happen in the last 7 hours of the game now gets crammed into these last few levels. So Riku actually managed to find Kairi, off screen no less. She also happens to be in a coma. Apparently Sora hasn't realized that Riku is evil yet and seems surprised about Riku's ability to summon anti-Sora. And what the fuck? How can he even... You know what? Screw it! I don't care anymore. And he still won't quit with the innuendos.
I didn't think you'd come, Sora.
Riku and Captain Hook throw you in the brig, but Peter Pan breaks you out. You make your way through the lower decks of the ship and eventually end up in the captain's quarters. So you know how Alice and Jasmine disappeared earlier without a trace? Well, it turns out Captain Hook has been rounding them up for Maleficent. He did the same thing with Wendy, but apparently she isn't the one they're looking for.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
I don't know why they couldn't have just revealed all this stuff gradually over the last few hours, instead of giving us yet another exposition dump. So Kairi has been in a coma since, I think, about the time the Destiny Islands got destroyed, and Riku's entire motivation for joining the whole evil Illuminati, Disney Illuminati, League of Villains thing, whatever you want to call it, is to get her back to normal. I guess that kinda means he's using Maleficent as a means to an end, but he's still being a dick. So on the middle deck of the ship, you have a boss fight with Sora, and no, I'm still not sure what this thing is, but then you rescue Wendy. On the upper deck, Captain Hook reveals Riku has taken Kairi to...
The ruins of Hollow Bastion, where Maleficent resides.
Yeah, that. Captain Hook wants the Keyblade, of course, but Sora isn't going to give it up without a fight.
Sora can fly!
I like how they added these little bonuses depending on which world you're in. I mean, like, in Atlantica you could swim, in Neverland you could fly. It's pretty cool. And you know what? They didn't add these in any of the other Kingdom Hearts games, so I don't know where they got such a good idea. After the fight, you learn Kairi has actually lost her heart, and there's no known way of getting it back just yet. But Sora, keeping his upbeat attitude, gives us one of the most heartwarming moments in the game.
I still can't believe it. I really flew. Wait till I tell Kairi. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not.
You can bring her to Neverland sometime. Then she can try it herself.
If you believe, you can do anything, right? I'll find Kairi. I know I will. There's so much I want to tell her about flying, the pirates, and everything else that's happened.
Even in the middle of all this horrible stuff happening to Sora and his friends, he still manages to keep a smile on his face and is perfectly willing to fight through hell and back to save his friends. Other RPGs, especially Final Fantasy games, give us motivation for why the protagonist chooses to keep going through unbeatable odds, but it's usually stuff like, to save the world, or get to Xanarkand, or beat the big bad, but here, it's a great example of a hero being motivated by love. Anyway, after the fight you end up on... Wait, what? I thought Deep Jungle was supposed to be Earth. Why are we on London now? Riku isn't doing so well either.
It was reckless to bring her here without at least using a vessel.
Alright, I've probably beaten the space rules joke to a bloody pulp by now, so I'll just say it. She's talking about dark corridors. If you can control darkness well enough, then you can teleport across space. The downside is, if you get reckless, then the darkness takes over and you become heartless. Maleficent warns Riku of this, and then unlocks his true potential.
He is no match for your power.
Relax as I reach deep inside you and grab hold of your essence.
I need an adult.
I am an adult!
Since Hollow Bastion is a fortress occupied by the Heartless and the Disney villains, you go back to Traverse Town to figure out a way to sneak into the world. And since you've collected a special gummy part off-world, Sid can install a warp drive, allowing you to skip most of the stupid space battle sections from now on. Thank God. But it's not enough to cheer Sora up.
Now just remember what Donald said to you. No frowning, no sad faces.
Turn it off. Like a light switch, just go click.
They tell Sora to believe everything will be okay, and he has his final vision of Kairi. Her grandmother gives us a speech about light and darkness and how light is located in all the hearts of children and all this Disney crap. Then explains how the door to darkness will be eventually drowned by light, which kinda spoils the end of the game, but whatever. Thanks, Kairi, for telling me all this.
Kairi? Did you call me?